Hey folks, it's Ardwulf. Welcome. We're going to do an unboxing video today of something brand new, courtesy of Compass Games. They were kind enough to send me this. This is Red Poppies Campaigns Volume 3 Assault Artillery from Compass Games and designer John Gorkowski. The only game of John Gorkowski's that I have played at this point is Balance of Powers, which I liked. It kind of predates me doing that kind of content on the channel. Callendale has a review of it if you want to check that out. So let's open this guy up and see what we get. What we have is a pretty standard Compass Games 2-inch box. If I'm not mistaken, Compass Games does print this kind of thing domestically here in the USA. If there's no like mounted maps or anything like that. So thicker box than used to be common from Compass Games, and I've noticed this on a number of their recent products that they made the boxes a little bit thicker. We have two six-sided dice, which are, you know, two six-sided dice. The contents. We have a rule book. So what we have is a full color. Let's look at the map art, actually, if that's here. Artwork by Francois Vandermeulen and Michael Montfront. And game box by Francois Vandermeulen, Brian Miller, and Michael Montfront. That's how I see it. All right, so full color rule book. The series is fairly well regarded. The first volume covered the Battle of Ypres in like 3 different iterations of the battle, since there were 3 different. They fought over the same ground 3 times. It's a 32-page rule book. Looks like there is a campaign and 4 scenarios and relatively simple looking setup. This is company level World War I, if I didn't say that already. Assault Artillery recounts the Battle of La Malmaison, 23rd to 27th October 1917, in which the French employed their artillerie spéciale tank force and creeping barrage to capture Pennon, Vaudesson, and the coveted Chemin des Dames. All right, so I do not know anything about this particular engagement, that's for sure. All right, so full color rulebook on a matte stock. I prefer matte finish stock personally. It's easier to write in if you're the kind of person that writes in their rulebooks. And there's less glare. And we see a nice big example of play in the middle here. I believe Stuka Joe did a video on the first Red Poppies game. So we have counter sheets. Looks like 2.5 counter sheets of what also looks like 5/8 inch counters. You know, bigger counters, sometimes you can't really get bigger counters, but bigger counters are always nice. We have here companies, presumably the blue are French, and yep, and it looks gray, like a tannish gray in this particular light. And it looks like there's more than one color, too, which I'm not sure I understand what that's all about. So here we have units and what look like some artillery pieces here using what may be period specific iconography. We have some more units, which include the tanks and markers. These are probably entrenching type markers, spent markers. I don't know a whole lot about the game system. I did watch Stuka Joe's video on it, but that was ages ago, and I don't really remember anything at all other than that it's company level World War I. So we have some additional markers, mules, trucks, and wagons, which are probably to track points, hallowed ground. All right, so we have some player aid cards, a terrain effects chart, okay, and a sequence of play. It's always nice to have the sequence of play on a player aid card. Here is a single-sided display for reinforcements, the days of the battle, turns, command, couplet, and transport. This is probably the trucks, wagons, and mules thing. Here's another TEC and sequence of play. And don't see a CRT, but I don't know if there is a CRT, frankly, so... like I said, I don't know a whole... Oh, 2 maps. Okay. There's 2 what look like full-size maps here. Attractive map style. Now I wonder, so this map is single-sided. I wonder if the map, so in the Ypres volume of the series, they had different maps for the different stages of the battle. No, that's not what this is. So this is just 1917. The Ypres map showed, there's 3 different battles of Ypres at various stages of the war. One in which they're fighting over this, nearly pristine countryside, and one of which there's a huge section of entrenchments. There's a fair amount of entrenchments on here. Entrenchments are, at this scale, a feature of the terrain. It's not like it looks like there's some kind of digging in mechanism too. But it looks like, to me, like these maps go like this. It totally is the case. These actually overlap just like this. So that's super interesting. Not many games use this kind of side-by-side map orientation, and it's kind of cool when they do, because they fit on. I can fit a 2-map game on this table, for example, oriented in this way. So that's pretty cool. So one big map area in this case, however. Pretty clear-looking terrain. There looks like there's center dots, which may indicate a terrain type. Maybe. That does look like it's the case. A little bit of a weird sort of boundary of the woodland technique there that I'm not sure I've seen before, but I don't hate it. Looks like the maps are pretty clear. And the series does have sort of a look to it, which it looks like this has maintained. So, what we have looked at here is Red Poppies Volume 3, Assault Artillery. I don't have the other volumes in the series, but I've been interested in them for a long time as somebody that likes World War I as a topic. But World War I at this level is not something that I've given a ton of thought to. So hopefully we can get this to a table at some not too far distant point and give you some more thoughts on it. But for now, we have taken a look at Volume 3 Assault Artillery from Compass Games designer John Gorkowski. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when new content comes out. If you'd like to further support Ardwulf's Lair, please feel free to check out the Patreon, which is linked in the video description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy wargaming.